What is up, everybody? Msinfinity here. So today we are going to learn a little bit more about me. We're going to learn some of my favorites that you guys have asked me. So I guess let's just jump on into it. So let's see. My favorite fast food, probably Taco Bell. Honestly, I love Taco Bell. I'm a huge Mexican food person, and whereas, yes, I know, not real Mexican food, that is super Tex-Mex, I grew up on it. Not necessarily grew up on it, that's a horrible way to put it. My mom worked there when she was pregnant with me, and that is what I blame it on, because she ate so much Taco Bell when she was pregnant with me. So I fully blame her on that. My favorite stuffed animal type. Anything fluffy. Like, the fluffier the better. And I like big ones too. Like, the bigger the better. I love giant and fluffy. If I have to pick a favorite animal for a stuffed animal though, I really like foxes because of their super fluffy tails. And I like panda bears. I really like pandas. So those are probably my favorite stuffed animal types, I guess. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a collector slash hoarder of stuffed animals. I have a lot of them. I have over 100. I think I'm close to 200 now, actually. I have a lot of stuffed animals. But that is my favorite stuffed animal type. I have a specific favorite stuffed animal, and don't tell all the other ones that, because that's mean. Toy Story ruined me, man. All of my stuffed animals have feelings. Toy Story ruined me. But my favorite is this little tiger. I know you guys have seen him before. His name is Tigger, and I got him 7 years ago, something like that. But he goes with me pretty much everywhere. He's just in the bedroom right now. But he is probably my favorite stuffed animal. I know, I'm terrible. My favorite animal, foxes. Just all foxes. Red foxes are probably a little higher than the others, but I love foxes. They're so cute, and they're like a mix between a cat and a dog. So, even better. People ask me if I'm a cat or a dog person all the time, and I'm like, I'm an animal person. I don't think it really matters. So yeah, but a fox is like a perfect combo between the two. It's great. I love them. Alright, Steffi, this is a good question. My best friend Steffi asked me two things. One, my favorite best friend, because I have several best friends, because it's not bad to have more than one best friend. However, my favorite best friend is Stephanie. She's my freaking heart. She's great. I love her, and we have been best friends since my junior year of high school. So we've been best friends for a little while now. My favorite thing that Ethan does, when he is super lovey-dovey, like when he's in a really good mood, he'll randomly run up to me, like full speed run up to me and hug me. Like bear hug, and just look at me, give me a kiss, and say, I love you. Well, he says it, I you. But, I mean, he's two. But, yeah, he does that, and that's adorable, and I love it. It's my favorite thing. My favorite thing about being a parent, being able to watch this little human being that I created, being able to watch him grow and learn new things. He's learning new things every single day, and it's great most of the time. Sometimes it's not so great because mommy can't watch her mouth sometimes. So he learns bad words. Oops. But yeah, just watching him grow, watching him learn, and teaching him things, and watching how happy he gets with it. It's marvelous. My favorite thing about practicing witchcraft. I was not originally going to put this in here, because religion in general is a pretty controversial subject. But I mean, we're getting to know me, and I knew that this was going to come up eventually. But it is what it is, you know. You either don't care, or you care too much, or you like it, or you hate it. It happens. But my favorite thing about my craft, honestly, just when things work out, that it makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel good, and it encourages me to get out and look for different plants. It helps me. It's a good way for me to learn about new plants that I might not have known before, and learning what they're good for and what they look like, what to look for in it. So it gets me outside, and it gets me learning new things about my environment, and that's really cool. My favorite thing about that community, there's not as much judgment as with other religions, or lack thereof. There's a lot less judgment in the community, and that's really cool. And there's a lot more acceptance, because in paganism, there are so many different paths, and there are so many different, like, I'm not sure what the best way to put it is, subtypes, I guess. I mean, there's Celtic, there's Greek mythology, there's Egyptian mythology, Roman mythology. There's a lot. And I like that there's not as much judgment no matter what path you follow. We all just get along, and we all believe that magic is real, and that's really cool to me. Because I mean, most kids do believe that magic is real. I just never grew out of that, and I found out why, and that's awesome. My favorite place I've been, probably California. For my 16th birthday, we went out to visit my Uncle Lewis in Arizona. And for my big 16th birthday present, we went out to over by LA. It's technically in LA, but kind of not. Those of you in California will get it. We went to Huntington Beach. Huntington. I don't remember if it's spelled with a D or a T. But we went over to the beach, and we hung out at the beach, and I got to play around in the ocean, and I got to go out on the pier to this little restaurant called Ruby's, and it was like a little diner, and it was marvelous. It was delicious, and but California is absolutely beautiful. Though it's kind of a tie for me with Arizona, because Arizona's just beautiful. I've always loved, the desert kind of environment, but I've also always loved the vast expanse and unknown of the ocean. And I don't know. It's probably a tie between the two. I like both a lot. This isn't necessarily a favorite, but I'll go ahead and throw it in here anyway. Places I would like to go. I basically want to backpack around Europe. Just everywhere in Europe. Because there are so many of... I really like old school literature. I like Shakespeare, and I like Edgar Allan Poe, and I think it would be really cool to go to Shakespeare's theater and to go and know that I'm walking down the same streets that these amazing individuals walked. And I think that would be really cool. And there are a lot of really neat places in Europe that I could go to, and I don't know. That's it. All of Europe is where I'd like to go. I would also kind of like to go to Australia. Like, I think that would be cool, but at the same time, I'm not a huge bug person, and there are a lot of terrifying bugs there. Like, horrifying and huge. And, nope. I do not want to see a spider as big as my head. No. No. Not having that part. And cassowaries. Oh my god, if you go over where cassowaries are, that would be horrifying. But at the same time, they're really pretty. So I want to see them, but not get close enough to be disemboweled by them. Because they do that. That's pretty scary. But I mean, hey, I do want to go. And I think that would be really cool. But biggest and most important, I want to go to Europe. I just want to go all over Europe. My favorite, okay, this one especially is from my friend Tommy. So Tommy, thank you very much for this one. This one actually made me giggle. My favorite thing to do around the house whilst withering away in constant agony. I had to keep that word for word the way he put it, and that is marvelous. I like the way he worded it. It made me giggle. But I think writing is probably my favorite thing to do around the house whilst withering away in constant agony. It helps me get my thoughts and feelings out of my head and onto paper. I don't know, it makes sense to me anyway. If you understand and you get that, then cool. If not, then it's a hard thing to explain. I don't know. But that's good stuff. And if not, then I listen to music as loud as I possibly can. I just drown out everything with music. But that's when Ethan's not here. When he is here, I like to teach him and play with him and learn with him and read to him and hang out with him. It's cool stuff. My favorite video on the channel. That's actually kind of a hard one. I think it's gonna sound weird, but my Farewell to Illinois video, I don't remember what I actually titled the video, but the video that I made, the last video that I made in Illinois before I moved to Tennessee. And I think that's just because I got to have so much of my family in the video, and that it makes me smile. It's something that I can go back and look at, later in life and be like, look at how cool this was, and look how small my cousins were, and look how happy my grandma and grandpa were, and just good stuff. And, the dog, Allie. I love her. And I think they had one other one, maybe. No, I think they only had Allie, and I think my mom's dog, Lacey, was in it. So it's nice to be able to go back and look at a video that has Lacey in it, because she passed away. That's been a while now, but it's nice to have a video of her. I have plenty of pictures of her, so it's nice to have her in a video that I can go back and look at, because she was my childhood dog. I mean, she was my baby just as much as she was everyone else in the house. So that's probably my favorite video on the channel, just because of how much of my family I got to have in it. My favorite game on the channel, or the one I've had most fun recording, probably the whole Layers of Fear series that I did. I'm sorry if you can hear that laughing. I'm not sure if you can or not, but they're Steven and Brenda, Michael's mom, and her boyfriend, person, significant other. We're gonna go with that. They're downstairs laughing at something. I'm not sure what, but I'm sorry if you can hear it. Anyway, the game I've had most fun recording for the channel, probably Layers of Fear, because there was a lot of suspenseful and honestly kind of frightening parts to it. I'm not easily scared, so, but it was a genuinely scary game. I loved it, but they also weren't afraid to put some comical parts in it, like the baby that kept the like little baby doll that kept running into the wall and like clotheslining itself. And Michael just kept going back and watching it again and again and again, and I was laughing so hard that I seriously felt like I was gonna puke from it. But it was good. It was good. My favorite tattoo. That is a hard one. I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, I have 4 right now. So if I had to choose just from the ones that I have, probably the one on my shoulder. It's, if you haven't seen it, it's an infinity symbol made out of birds flying, and through one of the cross sections it says Hakuna Matata, because Lion King is my favorite movie of all time. Ooh, excuse me. I just got done eating dinner, so, yeah. But, yeah, so I think that is probably my favorite one. That was also my first tattoo. So, I mean, there's that significance to it, too. But I also have a lot more that I want to do. I want to somewhere. I was thinking of getting it on my ribs on one side, but I want to get a quote from the Addams Family, from Morticia to be exact, and it's okay, now I can't think of the... Now, okay, do you ever have those times that, you have something on your mind, and you go to say it, and then it just completely blanks? Yeah, that's just what happened to me. But it's the spider and fly quote. You can easily look it up and see. But I want to get that on... probably on my ribs. Maybe on my leg. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that is one of my favorites that I'm going to get. Just because I've always loved that quote. Yeah. My favorite piercing, probably my lip. My lip, other than, my earlobes, this was the first piercing that I got. This is actually the second time it was done. The first time it was done, he did it too close together, and so they didn't heal right, and it caused some problems, and I had to take them out. But I got them redone again. I got them originally when I was 16, and then after those healed back up, I think I got them redone when I was 18, I believe. And she did them correctly and spaced them out correctly. One of them is actually pierced over the scar from the original, and then one of them was pierced further apart. So that probably my favorite piercing, but at the same time, I don't know. I did really like having my septum done, and I'm going to get that redone. That is absolutely going to be redone. The only reason I don't have it anymore is because the guy that did it pierced it too low. So when the scab fell off, the ring fell out. I was very upset. I was very upset. Very, very upset. Favorite movie? I already said Lion King. The first one. Gotta be specific. First Lion King. Favorite. And I'm super excited to see the live action. Like, I can't wait. That is my favorite movie. Favorite song? I don't have one. It changes all the time. Constantly changes. I'll hear another song that I like, and I'm like, alright, this is my new favorite song. And then I'll listen to it until I run it to the dirt. I have a bad habit of that. Favorite band? Again, don't have one. All bands have songs that I love and songs that I don't really like. And so I don't know. I guess if I had to pick my favorite band, it would probably be Five Finger Death Punch. I love them. That or Hailstorm. I love them. I actually met Lizzie Hale, and my friend at the time dared me to tell her that I found her attractive. We'll say it that way. So at her merch table, this is when they were still a pretty small band. Like, they weren't super well known at the time. They opened for Theory of a Deadman, and I instantly fell in love with them. I instantly fell in love with their sound, and kind of instantly crushed hard on Lizzie Hale. So that was fun. But at her merch table after the concert, I went up and I told her. So that's cool. I've also met I can't think of her name, and that makes me feel so bad. But the band is Icon for Hire, I think. It's been a long time. But the lead singer from that band, I met her at Agape Festival. And I met her and talked to her, and she was actually really cool. Like, I didn't know that she was a performer until she got up on stage. Like, we were talking like friends, and it was really cool. And then she's like, "Oh, I gotta go." I'm like, "Oh, okay, no problem, see you later." And then she went and got up on stage. So that was cool. But then they got pretty big too. They were at the same concert, actually, as Hailstorm and Theory of a Deadman. It went them, then Hailstorm, then Theory of a Deadman, I do believe. I might have those two switched. I think it was them, then Hailstorm, then Theory of a Deadman. But yeah. So that is all the questions that I got. So I will end that there. I have a few other ideas for videos that I have written out and laid out. But as soon as, like, if any of them involve questions, then I will put it on Twitter. I will put it on my Facebook page. I might make a short vlog to tell you guys, yo, put them in the comments. We'll see. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!